2-2 the count. Fastball, strike 3 call. Beautiful pitch.
Like I said,
His degree in psychology and really encouraged him to talk to therapists, which he's been doing so since he was in Seattle. He told me these aren't sports psychologists.
We're in the 7th inning. Boston ahead 6-2. A-Rod from deep field can't handle it. He's going to have a hard time throwing it out, even if he had handled it. He was all the way back to the outfield grass by the time he got the glove on. He will be charged with an error there.
now they would get
3-2, the runner goes. Bernie going back in center field, still going back. Now he makes the catch. Hit well by Miller. 7th inning stretch on Memorial Day weekend, and that's time for us to stay for the 7th inning stretch ceremonies here, which will feature the great, legendary Irish tenor Ronan Tynan, and we're going to take you now to the voice of Yankee Stadium for what, 55 seasons, Bob Shepard.
with each and every pitch. I think he's gaining more and more confidence, and he's passing this with flying colors.
Well, even when they hit it hard, which has not been often, look at that, right at Mark Bellhorn, and that's all for Posada, who is 0 for 3 in this game. But he's already on a pace for nearly 120 RBIs. Infield, Manny Ramirez. Out number 2, David Wells. Clemens is the only right-hander in that list, which has been in the last 50 years. Bill Miller throws out Bernie Williams. David Wells. And what was that, about an 8 or 9 pitch inning? Top of the 8th coming up.
When he takes a little off the sinker, it really sinks a lot.
Look at that. And a slider.
Yeah, and it's down and away.
And Johnson takes care of it. Shopping is 0 for 4. 1 out here in the 8th inning. And then the Red Sox got 3 in the 3rd. They got 2 homers, 1 from Renteria, 1 from Ortiz, and Nixon. Bellhorn thrown out by Sanchez, and then Manny
Fair and
Johnny Damon has a base hit to right. So that gives a little extra time to talk about Sparky and ceremonies last night.
I think people
Remember the little wrestlers, except I know you've told me stories.
Oh yeah, right, okay.
Off the glove of A-Rod, and he backed up on that one again. And Renteria is safe, and Damon moves over to second. And that'll be scored as another error on Alex Rodriguez.
Well, I think it's just a much more difficult play. I just think you have to come in on those balls and try to short hop them. I mean, you've seen Brooks Robinson, Baltimore. That's the way he made all those plays. And I think that's what you have to do. But again, you know, this is only his 2nd season at 3rd base, so it's not an easy task.
Mike Stanton, the veteran reliever. Stanton tries it again. Bernie Williams not going to be able to get to this one. Base hit. Damon in to score. Renteria over to 3rd. And it is 7-2 with Manny Ramirez coming up. ESPN. Here is Tanyan Sturts on the pitch now for the Yankees with the Red Sox leading 7-2. Renteria at 3rd. Ortiz at 1st. Manny Ramirez 3 for 4 in the game. Over to 2nd, the Sanchez covering, and a sarcastic cheer from the crowd. Tough time.
Tough time.
7-2 Red Sox. Last of the 8th coming up. They pitched 7 innings at Fenway against Tampa Bay. Just a half swing after all of that, and right to Mark Bellhorn. There is 1 away. Nearly 3 seasons ago, he made one in Baltimore. There's Trent Nixon. And Sanchez is retired. Derek Jeter coming up. Joe Moore.
The World Series, and you won the World Series. I mean, you know as good as anyone. It doesn't feel good just getting there. You know, we have to win, and I like those kind of expectations. I like that type of pressure, but you can still have fun on a daily basis. You got to keep it fun, or otherwise it's kind of hard to be successful.
Interesting answer to that question. Very interesting spin on the whole thing. We'll talk about that at greater length. Now we're heading for the coming up 7-2. The Red Sox lead the Yankees. Sturts, the 4th Yankee pitcher of the game. He drills it. And Nixon gets a little perturbed.
Well, I'm trying to figure out. The umpire apparently thought it was intentional. Well, I shouldn't say intentional, because then he might have kicked him out of the game. But he did warn both sides.
Right across the board.
Unbelievable how close that really is.
Olerud is down on strikes in his first at bat of the game. He hit a 3.
But I understand now.
Sanchez to Jeter, 1. Back to first. 2. A double play. Turned in an acrobatic fashion by Derek Jeter, and a real quick feed by Sanchez. Womack, Sheffield, and A-Rod, last chance. And lost the game 6-3. Bill Miller. And Sierra is out number 1. At least not all the time. That's a base hit. Sheffield has a 3-hit game. The Yankees have 6 hits, and Sheffield has 3 of them.
The one thing about
Very unhappy when he saw Francona leave the dugout, and he kind of turned his back on him as he went out there and whatnot. And I don't know what they talked about on the mound, but it looked like he was maybe revisiting that and trying to.
yeah, I mean, I can understand David Wells wanting to stay.
Confidence was a low ebb. Center field, Johnny Damon. Plenty of room. Out number 2.
Spin up to 6.
Osada with a pop-up. Renteria goes out. Manny Ramirez is in. And the Red Sox come to New York and take 2 out of 3 from the Yankees. And the only negative for them, really, that they might well have taken all 3 of them.
Well, I think the Red Sox have showed them that, you know, even though they had some injuries, we are still the world champions. And you're going to have to take it away from us.
So it is the Red Sox that gain ground on the Baltimore Orioles tonight as they head home, and the Yankees head out on a 2-week road trip. Coming up next, Sports Center. Stay tuned for that. Joe and I will see you tomorrow night from Dodger Stadium at 8 Eastern. For Joe Morgan, Sam Ryan, and our entire ESPN crew, I'm John Miller. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. Good night from New York.